And we are off. We're a little winded because we just wrapped up a VIP tour probably less than an hour ago.
Less than an hour, yes.
But while we were on tour, I scored us a dining reservation for California Grill.
Scored? Like, he told me, he's like, do you want to do this? I'm like, honey, after this day?
Steve's just like, are you serious? But I'm like, we gotta do it. California Grill is one of our favorite restaurants, but right now they are doing a very special 50th anniversary prix menu. So the fact that we were able to get in is phenomenal, especially because it is our last night here. So I figured, why not? Let's do it.
Well, we already talked about this. Every time we end a trip, it has to be the California Grill. It just happens naturally.
It's true.
So, yeah. Whatever. All right, so it's 5 o'clock right now, and I just got the notification to check in for our flight because I surprised Mike again. Woohoo! So we were originally supposed to leave tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Reason why we booked it early is we like to avoid the afternoon storms.
Yeah.
I looked at the forecast and it says that there's going to be no storm tomorrow afternoon, so I did a same day flight change, so we have almost a full day, probably more like a half day, so we get a little bit more extra Disney.
Yeah, I told Steve, like, we can breathe easy tonight and we have all day tomorrow, because originally we were gonna rush tonight. We had to go to bed early. We had to make sure we were packed before we went to bed.
Yeah.
Now we can just relax.
Yes.
Also, because usually I'm very nervous about getting back in time for Caleb's school, but Caleb's on fall break right now, so it doesn't matter.
That's right. I don't know if I want to tell Mike this. I'm actually off this whole week as well, so...
Why would you not want to tell me?
Because that means I'm babysitter. Full-time thing. I kind of want to be off, though.
So here's a little piece of Disney for you. As we mentioned today earlier, we were on the VIP tour. That video has already dropped. I'll link that down below. But you know how you watch something over and over and over and you don't really realize something until many years later? Today I went on, I'm follow me here.
All right. Where's it going with this?
So they have the pre-show back up for Rock and Roller Coaster, so you get to see the whole Aerosmith scene and everything. The guy manning like the soundboard, it's Streeter from the other two.
Yes, which is a funny show.
Yeah, if you're not watching the other two on HBO Max, it's hilarious.
We're not saying it's family friendly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But we are saying it's funny. So.
Yeah, but I must have seen that pre-show video hundreds of times.
Yeah.
But of course now it's like, oh my gosh, it's Streeter. And there it is, Disney's Contemporary Resort, and we've got 2 minutes to get to our reservation.
1 minute now. 1 minute.
1 minute.
Yep. So we're either too early or rushing. That's what we do. So, but they have like a 15-minute grace period.
They do,
so
yeah.
We'll be okay.
All right, so here we are in the lobby of the Contemporary Resort. Man, it's been a minute since we've been here.
Yeah, it seems like we should be just walking upstairs to our room. We've been here every single day.
Every day. All right, we have checked in, we received our text message, and now
we're going up.
No, we're going up.
All the way to the top of the building. Gotta love the exuberant cast members.
She was great.
She was really good.
She was
definitely
very
entertained him.
Yeah. Her name was Mary. She checked us in. She was all about little man here. Gave him some stickers.
I need to hold your hand, okay? Because it's a fancy restaurant.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're very excited for the new menu.
Wonderful. Everyone always tells me their favorite is the 5 desserts.
Oh really?
It's the little desserts.
What, baby? Not first, but oh man, look at the seat we got, bud. Holy moly.
Awesome. What's your name?
Okay, so we just sat down and check this out. We got a window seat. Talk about luck. Like I said, we just scored this reservation just a couple hours ago. Obviously, we're here too early for fireworks, but we do have, if we keep our receipt, we can come back. So cool. And while we are here, we have this special menu. Now this is cool because we actually get to keep this menu. And our server did come by and let us know that the entrees, everything that they're serving tonight is inspired by the menu from 1971. Very cool. And just so you folks at home can see, this is the menu we're looking at. I have to say I'm very excited because it's the first time on this trip we've had an actual physical menu. Everything looks awesome. And the pricing for this menu is $89 per person, and then there is a guided wine pairing for an additional $39. So how do you feel about a wine pairing?
Well, I asked Mike, do you want a cocktail or the wine pairing? And he's like, why not both? Of course, that's Mike's response. I don't know. I need to review the cocktails. I remember never being thoroughly
right.
amazed
I would
by
definitely
cocktails.
order off menu here.
Yeah. So there is one that does look good, but it's a sidecar. So I'm not sure if I want to start off with that kind of cocktail at this point. We'll see.
Okay, I have to admit I'm thrown through a loop here because I'm not a huge fan. If you've been watching us for a while, you know I'm not a huge fan of the steaks here. But the oak-fired fillet of beef, it has the little 50 logo, so that does indicate it's one of the original 1971 dishes. So maybe I will have to get that. I had my mind set up for this cast iron grilled pork tenderloin, but I don't know. I'm also very intrigued by that black truffle brown butter chateau potatoes. That sounds delicious. But of course, as we all know, braised beef short rib wontons, it doesn't have the 50th logo, but who cares, right? And it looks like Steve is going to try out this house-made artisanal style duck a la orange pizza. That sounds really good too. Oh, and just like that, the shades, oh, I missed it. They just raised, their shades just raised slightly.
And raise again?
It will raise again. How do they raise? How do they do that?
It like this.
Oh, it did raise like that, you're right. But look, now we have an even better view of Cinderella Castle. You see that? Look at that. You can see Cinderella Castle, there's Space Mountain.
A little bit far away.
Yeah, it is a little bit farther away, you're right. Yes. Okay. Oh, he wants me, oh, you want me, okay, hold the camera? What?
And this,
Whoa.
Hold on, bud.
this break it.
Yes. Okay, well, let's not break the camera.
Let go, bud.
Okay, that's enough. As you can see, our server came up and gave us a little setup. We are prepped and ready. We got the guided wine tour, guided wine pairing.
Yeah. So,
I love this look. You got the whole rest. As you can see, it's not super busy in here quite yet.
which I was a little bit surprised because the hostess said today's the first official day
of this menu.
So we've seen posts and people doing this.
Yeah.
Apparently that was press release or whatever it is, media event. I don't know. But here we are, opening day.
This is cool.
So it's been a weekend of opening days, so I'm very excited about it. But we did decide to do the wine pairing to go along with our 3-course meal, because we are going to be spending a lot of time in the park after this. Again, with the promise, if little man is a good boy, which I'm sure he will be, we'll hang out for fireworks.
Right. So we're eager to check out the new Enchantment show. We're also doing this because this is our last night in Orlando, so we kind of need to stretch him a little bit time-wise.
Getting back to our time zone.
Yeah. So the show starts at 9. That's going to be 6 p.m. our time. So.
Yeah, that should work out fine.
We'll see.
We'll see. We did take a nap today, and it was a very action-packed.
Yeah, famous last words. We'll see.
We'll see.
We got some final focaccia bread for you folks.
Oh, great.
And a little dip with extra virgin olive oil, roasted tomato, chives, and some garlic as well.
Oh, awesome. Thank
Please
you.
enjoy. You're welcome.
All right.
Silver oak, wow.
Look at that. Look at the party. It's
excited.
crazy.
Wow.
Silver Alexander, 2016.
Ooh, wow.
And the chicken beer, one of the best red Zinfandel you can ever have it.
Oh, wonderful.
That's this one, and totally that has one of my top on the Zinfandel.
Okay.
So as you saw, we got our first pours of wine, and we also got bread. It's updated for the 50th. We got focaccia bread. That's awesome. That's new. Or at least it's new for this. And then we've got the olive oil spread. Yummy.
All right, so they just came over with the first wine pouring, and
Right.
I gasped because Mike's comes with Silver Oak Cabernet, which is an incredible wine. Mine is good. I got Robert Dialli Red Zinfandel, so it's so good. But when I saw that Silver Oak, I was like, I'm gonna have some of that.
And it was funny too because they came over with the wine, and I was like, I'm confused. Why is it two different ones? I totally forgot. It's because we got two different appetizers.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's paired based on what you order, which that's a wine pairing.
So regardless of what it's paired with, I'm gonna have some of that Silver Oak. I can tell you that much.
Oh yeah.
And Caleb's
Was
already
it
enjoying
good?
the yummy focaccia bread.
Do you want a little bit more? Oh, you want too much?
Too much oil.
Okay. Here we
Let's
go.
see.
You can, go ahead and smell it.
It's extra virgin olive oil,
It
tomatoes,
smells like oil. It doesn't really have
and garlic.
a strong smell, but it's got a good taste.
All right, let's put it on the bread.
No.
Kayla.
Here we go.
Oh, that's gonna be
Kid knows
messy.
how to eat.
Yeah.
And for those of you wondering about the kids menu, oh sorry, it's not focusing. They do have a prefix menu for children as well. It is $39 for guests 9 and under, and you do choose 1 appetizer, 1 entree, 2 sides, plus you get a dessert. Holy moly, this is Caleb's salad. This is the kids' hearts of romaine with tomatoes, bacon, croutons, and ranch dressing. This looks like an adult's version of a side salad. We'll see how he does. All right, the holy grail of Disney appetizers has showed up. This is the braised beef short rib wontons. Looks like we get 3 of them. That is perfect because they're all 3 just for me. And as we mentioned, it's going to be paired with the Silverado Oak, or is it Silverado or Silver? Silver Oak 2016. Wow.
And I know that my first course said it was a pizza, but because it was an appetizer, I assumed it was going to be a small pizza. No, we're looking at a full one, just so you can see. My full hand, it's about the size of full hand, so I know I won't be able to eat this plus a steak. It's just not gonna happen.
That's an entree at any other restaurant.
It is. You know what'll be amazing though? This later on tonight when he's in bed and we're just chilling out in front of the TV.
Take home.
Yes. So half of this is gonna go in a box for sure.
Yeah.
Hi.
What?
I want to buy no.
Oh, camera shy. Celebrity cannot be filmed. Never. So how's it going?
This is pure heaven right now.
Yeah.
I'm literally like overlooking Magic Kingdom. I'm in the sky, literally in heaven right now.
I don't know, you got kind of a glint in your eye. You're very happy right now.
This is exactly what I need.
Wow. So are you almost at tears?
I probably will be by the end of the night.
All right, so you did just try your favorite appetizer in all of Walt Disney World, right?
Yes, it is very, very good, but whoa, it's quite spicy tonight.
Okay, so I know it can be like variable on the spice, right?
Yes, for
From
sure.
night to night. So tonight is highly spicy?
Yes, my lips have a little bit of a tingle, so I'm giving them a little bit of a break.
Okay.
But this is quite the interesting wine pairing they have going with it.
Okay.
The wine is like very, very subtle, which is probably why it's paired with. This is very robust, strong flavor, a lot of spice going on. So I like this pairing.
Was it a dry Cabernet? I'll have to try it. I'll have to try
Steve's better at that than I am.
it. So one of the secrets you don't know about Mike is that he always complains that whenever I let him try some of my food, I always give him too big of a bite.
Yeah, he gives me an enormous bite.
Well, look at this.
I just gave you half a wonton.
Half a wonton, yeah, just a small, giant bite. I'm going to try this one, but there we go.
And real quick, while Steve chews, I'm going to let you know, I rethought my previous comment. It's not a little spicy, it is very spicy
really?
tonight.
As I'm chewing it.
Yeah, it's quite spicy. So
It's got
if you
some
don't
heat.
like spicy things, I do have to just give you that little
Stay away
warning.
from this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's delicious though.
So it's a spice that like, yeah, you can try something. It's a spice that stays with you. So
Yeah, it is.
it's not one of those things that hits you up front and it kind of smooths out. No, this is like it's building up right now, right?
For sure.
So
Okay, well try.
I really took the bite so I could try that wine.
I will give you a little bit of my wine.
A little bit, just like the little tiny bite.
Tiny little
Can I
sip.
have like half that? Oh, the nose on this is so good, so oaky. So first off, it's a delicious wine, no matter what. I do have to agree with Mike. It's not doing a good job of standing up to the wonton. The wonton is very flavor forward.
Yeah.
It's very strong. A lot of big personality. You almost need like a big personality wine to compete this.
Okay.
This is a very good Cabernet, but it does come across as a very
It kind of falls flat.
casual Cabernet, which you shouldn't think
Right.
Ciroc is a casual Cabernet because it's typically it's $100 bottle of wine, right? I would have probably done it with like something that like a Zinfandel, like something that's got like a strong body to it.
Yeah.
That can really like go through all that chili spice. But I'm sure there's sommeliers here. They know what they're doing. This is my own personal preference, right?
I was just telling Steve, okay, I need some of that pizza, but he forgot to review it, so we gotta let him know.
These are all my flavor notes for a pizza, which is, we're not talking like pepperoni pizza you have at home on a regular
sure.
basis. This is artisanal, right? So it's got duck, it's got like big onion jam, goat cheese, which I'm not sure Mike's going to be a fan of goat cheese. You typically aren't. I think it's phenomenal. So Mike will have to try this. Great.
Okay, Steve wouldn't afford me a full slice.
I offered it. I asked you if you want it or you want this. He's like, I'll just have the half.
So I get his dredgings.
Oh, whatever.
Here we go, though. It smells really good. That is for sure artisanal pizza. Like, this crust is awesome. A lot of good flavor there. It's cooked perfectly. It's got like that little crispiness underneath, but it's like pillowy at the crust. A lot of flavor. I'm definitely getting that orange flavor, that orange duck flavor rather. It's really, really good. Now I want to try the wine.
So just one note, it does remind me a lot of Napa Rose. Would you agree?
It does, yeah, for sure.
Okay, well,
Napa
it's
Rose,
California Grill,
Grand
so-
Californian,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, here's the wine.
Okay. That's a good pairing.
Yes.
This is a better pairing than my short rib and silver.
I think that wine cuts through that cheese.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
This
really
is-
good.
This is very good.
And Caleb just pointed out that they finally have raised the windows all the way to the top. Did it do automatically?
It's spicy.
Oh, it's spicy.
Oh, sorry, baby.
What did you give him that spicy?
I gave him just a little piece of like, I don't know what it is actually. It looks like Swiss cheese, but
Huh.
it's a little piece of my braised beef short rib. I
So
thought
you
I-
just gave him the spice. Way
I
to go.
thought I licked off all the spicy parts.
Apparently not. You okay, bud? Good.
Okay, this is the second pairing for the wine. This is for a Filet Mignon. We get an Nickel by Quicksilver Vineyards, 2018. It's Cabernet Sauvignon.
We have to eat our mac and cheese first.
Dinner has just shown up, and as you know, Steve and I, we both got the same thing, so we only have to showcase one. This is the oak-fired fillet of beef, black truffle, brown butter, chateau potatoes, golden raisins vinaigrette, cauliflower, and roasted tomato butter. This looks incredible. It smells so good. And again, this is one of the chef-inspired creations that are especially exclusive to the 50th anniversary. Caleb's dinner has shown up as well. He is in the restroom because, you know, of course, he's got the kids' mac and cheese, and we got him the goat cheese polenta. We'll see how it is. We've mentioned before, he is a pretty adventurous eater, so we'll see. Because Steve and I got the same exact thing, and we all know Steve is so much better at reviewing food than I am. Let's let him take the floor.
All right, so first off, what you have to know you're getting into, this is an oak-fired filet mignon, which has
Right.
a different taste and profile to it on its own. So it's going to have a little more of a mesquite, like wood-flavored char
Yeah.
on the outside. The steak is cooked well, but it's just not the highest quality steak in it. So it's not like a prime, it's not like wagyu or anything like that.
I would agree, yes.
The shining star of the plate is that like black truffle potato puree.
Yeah,
Whatever that is probably the best thing on this plate.
right.
Mike said it before, you've never been a huge fan of the steaks here.
Yep,
I think we're still at the same price. So
for sure. So if you can manage to like conserve that black truffle puree of sorts, make sure every bite of your steak has a little bit of that dressed on
have
top
that
of it.
perfect bite,
And
that-
you gotta create the perfect bite and you'll be fine.
Yes. One thing I would say though, so the wine pairing I think was $36, $36, $38. Mike will correct me.
Yeah, 39.
Okay.
There we go,
Mike corrected.
corrected.
But I could say like Silver Oak on a good night is like $34 a glass on its own.
Yeah,
And then Nickel and Nickel, which is what we have in our glass, that's also like a $32 glass. Mm-hmm. So the wine pairing is a great value.
it is.
What I would tell you is Disney has these like little markers on the side glass. I'm not sure if it's focused on
Here,
that.
I will focus. Here, let me focus it on mine. So you know how Disney puts these little stars on their glass, which is where the fill line should be? So this is not a good gauge right here because I've already had some, but when it came filled, neither glass that we've had, the first and the second, was filled to that star.
It's like just below. Like you had one job.
Right.
But again,
but we're just trying to put it in perspective to all of you in case you were like, oh, I want a $39 wine pairing. We're just giving you all the facts.
the wine we're getting is great, just not quite enough. we just want that mark.
More please.
It's like right in front of us. We can see where the mark is.
So here is my plate. I know it's not the most attractive looking thing, but I've got a nice bite of steak here. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of this black truffle puree. And there you have the perfect bite. If you can make sure that each bite of your steak has that, you're in good shape. I do have to say though, I turned my head and I looked at this view and I was like, okay, maybe we're being too nitpicky because at the end of the day, this is a very delicious, delightful meal. The wine pairing is just absolute heaven, and you cannot beat this view. Look, there's the monorail going by. You've got Cinderella's castle. If you are here late enough, you will see a viewing of the enchantment fireworks. I mean, this is phenomenal. Okay, so dessert is on its way. I decided to go with the signature for the 50th. 5 magical bites, 50 years in the making. Honey, lemon, carrot, strawberry, and chocolate. Honestly, I really don't know what to expect. And then Steve went with the iridescent Grand Marnier Soufflé. This is creamsicle ice cream and macerated Florida citrus. That sounds delicious. Okay, so it looks like Steve got a glass of champagne for his Grand Marnier Soufflé.
The iridescent Grand Marnier Soufflé.
Oh yes, we gotta see what that looks like.
Which I have to crack up that they served me champagne knowing that that's exactly what
I know, I was like, oh, that looks so good. Because I got a dessert wine, which is not my favorite thing in the world. I'm not a big fan of like super sweet wines, but hey, you know, we're trying something new.
We also have no idea what you're ordering. You get 5 bites of something.
Yeah, I get 5 magical bites. No idea what this is.
I hope it's like some sort of like sorbet or like...
Well, I think here it comes.
We'll see.
Oh, look at your sundae. Oh wow, this looks awesome. Okay, I have to say I thought the same thing. The souffle came like this, you guys. It was already deflated. Not the best. You know what it kind of looks like? It kind of looks like our French onion soup from the other night. Like melted Gruyere on top.
All right.
We never saw it actually rise. Yikes.
We'll see.
All right. But my 5 bites look amazing. This is one of the celebratory desserts for the 50th anniversary. And now that I see it, I can see why they paired it with this dessert wine. This looks like it's going to go very well together. Oh, what do you got? And as you can see, Caleb got his chocolate chip sundae. He's in heaven. Hopefully this gives him just enough fuel to stay awake for the fireworks tonight. I sense a lot of bitterness over here. It's so sad.
It's hot. What is that? The flavors are good, at least.
Right.
So there's that.
A souffle generally will deflate shortly after you dig into it, and it tastes amazing.
It just means that this was probably sitting at the counter for a while.
Exactly, yeah. It's just the presentation of the whole thing is the, you know, the fluffiness,
Instead of a
the light.
souffle, I have like a pancake stuffed in a bowl.
Yeah,
so.
it kind of looked like a Dutch baby pancake. I'm just now noticing that this is like a little bee here. That is so cool. I love all like the detail and like the, what's the word I'm looking for?
Detail?
Okay, I've had a little bit of a bite of everything. So in case you were wondering, looks like here we've got something for our chocolate lovers here. Voiceover Mike jumping in because we're just gonna stop right there before I embarrass myself further because I had no idea what these desserts were. I wouldn't find out until later from Sam Corley, who runs Diz Foodies on Facebook. These are actually desserts from old menus. So you've got carrot cake, strawberry cheesecake, chocolate ganache, the honey crunch cake, and a lemon tart. I thought it was so cool in keeping with the 5 magical bites that these were dessert offerings from the past, and I just thought that was really cool. I wanted to include that. And right here, I have not tried it, but I can tell just by looking at it, it's gonna be like your classic raspberry sorbet. This plate here has a little bit of something for everyone. So I really like it.
So despite the presentation of the souffle, very deflated, along with my expectations that it was going to be very but the flavors are pretty good. It is piping hot the whole way through. I handed Mike a bite of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's hot, it's hot. He's like, it's hot. I'm like,
I didn't know it was that hot.
I told you it was hot. But the flavors are great. So if you love Grand Marnier, which has an orange flavor to it, with this orange creamsicle ice cream, it's a great bite. So it's not the worst thing to have a deflated souffle.
Right.
It's also not the best thing.
It's gonna deflate sooner or later. It's just disappointing when it's already deflated when you receive it.
Yeah, you're supposed to do it on the table yourself.
Yeah.
It's part of the show. It's good.
Caleb has helped himself. He ate my raspberry sorbet, which is fine because that's probably my least favorite, but everything else is delicious. All right, and we are done.
We are done. We're full.
Very full.
Yes, very full and ready to take on the parks.
Yeah.
I think he's going to pass out.
I think so too.
Before fireworks.
Yep.
If he's sleeping, and we're still kind of enjoying it. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We're still going to try to stretch him to his normal time zone. We'll see how it goes.
And he is loving all the wipies that are available here. You can just grab a wipey, I don't know, wipe your hands, wipe your stroller. Caleb's all about it.
And I want to clean the door.
Okay, let's give them some space. Oh, it's all ours. Okay.
Clean it over.
All right, clean it. Oh, thank you.
All right, hit this
Oh,
button.
my goodness. Disney loves you. Is it magical for you, Steve?
We always pick the worst lines
Yes.
to get into.
We literally got into one line, bad news there.
Yes.
Got into a second line.
Bad news. She was looking for a card. She had to go through 25 different credit cards. And at the end of it, she's like, oh, it's in my pocket. I'm really trying to not be negative, but it's always important to have your passes ready when you're
Yeah.
about to go into a park. So
Be ready, everyone.
yes, if I can give you a number one tip, have your pass out and ready to go.
Yeah, you never know if your magic band doesn't work or if your fingerprint.
Because it happens all the time to us. Our magic bands don't work all the time. But have it ready. You just have to have it ready. That's it. All right, I'm done. I'm done dragging right now. We're good.
All right, everyone. As you can see, it is nighttime. We tried to do this, you guys, but we came into Magic Kingdom and it wasn't that bad. We rode Small World. We rode Peter Pan's Flight for Little Man, but we rounded the corner to go watch Disney Enchantment.
And we just can't. We
Oh
can't.
my gosh.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just delusional. I knew it was gonna be a little busy. It's Disney fireworks.
It's the busiest I've ever seen.
I did not think it was gonna be that busy. It was insane.
No, it's
So-
busy from the hub all the way back to the train station, packed people.
Just shoulder to
Yeah.
shoulder plus.
So again, we were probably delusional, but frankly, we said absolutely no because
Yeah,
of Caleb.
no.
Yes, we're vaccinated. He's not. We can't put him in that situation. No.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll watch fireworks on YouTube.
Yeah. Nonetheless, we've had an amazing time. This has been a great trip. We still have a few more hours tomorrow, which is awesome.
Definitely.
But I think that's gonna wrap it up for us tonight. So we hope you liked this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And from our magic family to yours, enjoy. Hey, look at this. We're at
Hey,
the
we still
valet.
got it.
We got some. They got the music going. Look at that. Is it loud?